Hello, lovely listeners. I am back today answering lots of questions that we've had pop up either this past week or over the past few months, or just really common questions that we've had even through the years about our time coach certification. But I wanted to start by sharing an answer that came through in one of the applications that came in last week, which was the simple question of, is there anything else you want us to know? Most people leave this empty, but someone wrote this. She's obviously joining this round of the certification. Well, I'll let you guess actually. She said the time hacking program is the only one I've purchased, and I've tried many that I consistently return to and actually use in my daily life. I'd love the opportunity to deepen my time hacking skills even further and help others experience the freedom that comes from integrating these tools and this mindset into their own lives. Now, this person, just so you know, has a full-time job, isn't 100% like, I don't, they've not made it clear if they want their own coaching business. What they want is to deepen the skills and the tools and the ability to help people in their lives, whether that's their team, their friends, whoever it might be. Like these skills transcend, or I don't know if transcend is the right word, but these transfer and benefit everyone in your lives. Like I'm a different mum because of the skill of coaching and obviously the skill of time hacking. So I just wanted to share that with you before I go into the common questions, which I've got pulled up here. Um, Let me pull up to them. And if you've got any questions, by the way, you can always DM me on Instagram. It's at Vikki Yaffe. You can always email Elsa, team@timehackers.com. So one of the really fun questions that we get here is, what even is a time coach? And the way I like to think of this is, and by the way, this is, I'm going to answer if someone is brand new to coaching. We do get a lot of people that have, or I should say we get a mix, right, of people who are brand new to coaching, like Penny, who you heard on the podcast recently. Her first experience was coaching one-on-one with a time hacker coach. Or we get people that have done like 4 or 5 certifications already, and they're like, this one feels different. This one feels right now. This one feels intriguing. I didn't get satiated from what I've done so far. Or I just really understand that time is so valuable, and you guys are the time coach certification people. So, so I'm going to answer for complete newbies, which is going to be fun for some of you coaches. I know we have a lot of coaches listen to this. So the way I like to think of a time coach, or literally a coach, is the way I like to think of, I think fitness coaching, we can relate to it. It's like fitness coaching. A fitness coach is going to help you optimize your workouts, your nutrition, so that you can create the best performance. A time coach is going to help you optimize your time, how you are using it, how you are spending it, so that you can optimize performance. I was thinking about this in bed the other day, actually. I don't know if it's going to land, but bear with me. It's like time is this fixed known variable. It's like a brick, right? And you can use that brick. Like you can't change the shape of that brick. It's a brick. But you can use that brick to build a house, or you can use that brick to throw into a window and smash it, to smash a window. But the brick is the brick, and that's what the thing is around time. We have time. Time is there, it is present, but what are we doing with it? And a time coach is going to help you use that brick to build the house instead of using that brick to smash the windows and break things down and create more work where you then need to like go and rebuild a window. Like, what do you want to be doing with your time? A time coach is going to help you do it, whether that is spending less time feeling guilty or shaming yourself for things that you didn't do, or replaying and ruminating on past things you have no control over. They're going to help you apply for the promotion that you really wanted, even though, you've been sitting on it for 3 years. They're going to help you ask ask for the pay rise, or notify your team that you're going on annual leave instead of waiting till last minute until it gets rejected and missing another year of vacation, whatever it might be. They're going to help you use your time smarter. And underneath that, with time hacking, of course, they're going to help you yourself be smarter. So really, we're talking about, hyper productivity, elimination of time guilt, and the reduction of things like overwhelm, perfectionism, procrastination. And it's not about teaching people. And then forget, years ago, I found this book like How to Have an Extra Hour in the Day. I was like, this book is going to change my life. I cannot wait to read it. Do you want to know how they told you to get an extra hour in the day? Wake up an hour earlier. I was like, what? What? That is no, that is not it. So we're not gonna the way we certify our time coaches is not in these copy and paste, honestly, bullshit tactics that don't work. Because if you needed to wake up an hour earlier, like you would just do that. There's a reason you are not doing that. We want to make you use the time that you have smarter, not just have less sleep and continue those unhelpful patterns. Um, so yes, that is a great, hopefully, way to relate what is a time coach. It's like weightlifter for time and spaciousness and success. Right, because being a time coach, let me curveball even more. When you are a time coach, you're really a success coach because how people use their time is the number one indicator of the results that they have in their life, whether it's personal, business, career, health, whatever it might be. Like time touches all facets of our life. This is why time coaching is so valuable. And this is why people come into our community as clients all the time and they're like, my whole life has changed. I'm like, yeah, of course, your whole life has changed because when you know how to optimize time in one area, it literally is a transferable skill and impacts every other area. That's why it's so valuable. And that's why people love our program so much. Um, okay, so another one that I hear is I'm still figuring out my time stuff. Like I'm still not getting everything done on my to-do list. I'm still behind. I'm still skating on burnout sometimes. And you guys know my story. You can go back and listen to it. I'm anyone who feels called to be a time coach can be a time coach. Let us certify you. We're going to help you be excellent so that you can actually help clients grow a business that you love and feel connected to your purpose, your why, and yourself, really. But let me tell you why I love helping or training and certifying real humans that fall behind, that get too much done, that overcommit, that, skate on burnout sometimes. You are the best people to help the people. I remember thinking about this the first time I was asked this question. It was like when I was talking one on one to a human, and they were like, yeah, I just need to get really good at my time first. And I asked them, like, do you think that people want the time coach who's like, I've just always woken up at 5 a.m., followed everything on my to-do list in 15-minute increments, and never struggled with anything? No, no one wants that person. That person cannot help you. That person who is naturally good with time. Listen, again, if this is you, let's talk because I bet that there are gaps that humanify you, if that's a word, humanify you, that make you human, that make you a better coach. But it's my belief that the best people are like, are you worried about AI taking over the coaching industry? I'm not because humans need humans and humans need humanity. And what you think is a reason for you to not become a time coach is the thing that's going to make you excellent. So when we first started having our time coaches teach inside the certification, or inside the program as part of whatever we were doing, I intentionally called onto people for what they struggled with was going to be what they taught on because they have an understanding. Their brain has processed, has questioned, has challenged them that they in ways that they've had to overcome. For example, decision making. If you have struggled with decisions, you are the best person to teach on decision making in our program. That's it. And I'm gonna, I work alongside them. Obviously, it's our tools and we collaborate together. But I want the person who knows the struggle, not the person who's like, this is easy. Like, let me just, bread is bread. Okay, bread is bread. Tell me, like, about the yeast. I don't know. Maybe that's a terrible example, but that person who understands what the obstacles are, what they look like, what they feel like, where they get tripped up, and how to overcome them. That is the best teacher. So if you are someone that's like, I'm still figuring out my time stuff. I need to be perfect first. Don't fall for that BS. You are always going to be human. You're always going to have time stuff. Let us come and help you with the tools, minimize your time stuff so that when you are out there helping clients and they're saying, I've got this thing on my to-do list that I've had for 2 weeks and I'm still not doing it. And really, I say 2 weeks, but it's been 2 months. You're not like, huh, just like put it on your list for tomorrow with a red and circle it and do it first thing. And then you'll just do it because you know that it's not that simple. So you are not the person that's saying you need more time. Just wake up an hour earlier because you know that waking up an hour earlier just leads to more scrolling, more stalling, and actually more delayed entire day because you're exhausted. Like I want people who walk the talk. We've got the tools, we've got the skills. We will help mold you into an excellent coach, but you are going to come at this a lot stronger when you have a deep lived understanding of what it's like to waste time, to misuse time, to feel that pang of regret over things that you've not done, and to have that longing for things to be different. I promise you, we've got the tools to help you. But this idea that you need to figure out your time stuff alone is bullshit. Pardon my swearing. How much time does the time certificate? How much time does it take the certification? So here's what's great. Everything that we do inside Time Hackers is built and designed with busy people in mind. We are not out here saying like, give us 6 hours a week and you'll certify. Um, I'd say 90 minutes a week, really, over a 4 month period. Now, I say that 90 minutes to 2 hours a week over a 4 month period. Some people give more, some people give less. You know, you really get to come and take what you need. There are certain requirements, absolutely, but there are other things where we leave you to do as much or as little as you want, knowing that you can get additional feedback, knowing you can get additional support. But this is not an intensive checklist built program where you are required to like scramble at all the things. Most of the things, aside from the live coaching labs, are available, for example, in podcast form. That is very intentional and very by design because we know our people are busy and we want you to be able to listen while you're folding the laundry. We want you to be able to listen while you're commuting in the car. We want you to be able to re listen that way. We want to make it easy for you to succeed. And we are not here saying carve out, like, find 6 hours in your week and then you can join. Absolutely not. So the tools are simple. They're given to you in a time accessible way, right? You don't need to be doing 10 hours of extra homework outside of our calls. You need you need very, very little time considering the return on time invested, right? It's like, could you spend 90 minutes a week for 4 months to then be the person who creates 20-hour work weeks, earning double what you're earning right now? Can you do that? Is that worthwhile for you? Because it was worthwhile for me. But again, I'll never forget years ago, again, looking at a like time program and the requirements, I needed to find 3.5 hours a week. I was like, I am struggling with time. I'm not going to find 3.5 hours per week. I don't even remember what that program was called, who it was with, but whoever runs it, if you're listening, come find me. Let's talk. Everything that we do is built to give you a high and fast ROTI, return on time invested. And that comes from two ways. One, minimizing the time investment required up front makes, if you invest 10 minutes and you get an hour, that's a 6x return. If you invest 60 minutes and get an hour, that's a 1x return. So we want to give you the highest return, which means we minimize the time and we fill that with lots of value. And then, of course, we want the most time freedom on the other side. Do people actually pay for time coaching? I mean, obviously, you know us as a company. I think we are the example of that, first and foremost. Particularly me, right? I started as a one-to-one coach. I've sold short-term masterminds. I've sold courses. I've sold lifetime access programs. So now we sell one-to-one coaching again. We've sold all the different varieties, which is what's so fun for me able to sit here and say you get to build the business that you want, whether that is courses, whether it's one-to-one coaching, whether it's masterminds, whether it's programs, whether it's private podcasts, whatever you want it to be, then yes. And not only that, I mean, I'm in a community of coaches. We have a community of coaches. In fact, in the Time Coach Mastermind today, one of them literally celebrating their first yes. We've been masterminding for a month. We created their offers. Someone had 18 people reach out from a single post, a single post. Someone else had nine. I mean, literally, clients are flocking to them. Conversations are happening because people are desperate for this. They're desperate for this support. When I was speaking last week about the data, another piece of data I found was like the average American would spend $2,500 for a day of peace, for one day of peace. Think about what you can deliver as a time coach. I mean, we're talking about weeks, months back of their life, years back, really, over their lifetime. So yes, people pay for time coaching. People are looking to pay for time coaching. I don't want to build a big business. Can I still use this? Yes, we literally have people. I'm going to have some of them on the podcast from our current certification. It's just summer and tricky timings. But we have people come and use the certification for their own team to develop their own skills as a leader. We literally see people develop into leaders, so much so that someone applied this time. And she said one of the reasons why she applied, she's got a full-time job, is she saw someone else and their development as a leader just on the sidelines, saw them evolve, and it made them say, I want to do this program. We've had people say, I wanted to join to deepen the skills. I'm never going to become a time coach. And then never become a time coach, but just use it to deepen their skills. But we've had people say that and then go on to become a time coach, to create their first clients, to create programs to help people. So you get to decide at any point what you want. I don't even know what a big business is, but you could decide that you want to work with 5 clients at a time. You really get to decide. If those 5 clients are paying like £2,000 to £5,000, it's a nice income. We have people use it to do like keynotes in their place of work and workshops for their teams. You might never deliver one-on-one coaching. I forgot to say when I spoke about what we're selling, we've also obviously sold workshops. I'm a speaker as well at events, so there's like literally so many different career choices from this. What if I'm scared to fail? So this is actually, I love this question because this gets straight to it. We'll hear from people like, what if, now I don't have the right time. Now isn't the right time. And I'm like, when is it not the right time to create a career that you love, high income, total freedom? Like the best time to do that is always going to be yesterday. But what's underneath that typically is this fear of failure, this fear of like, what if I do something that I really want to do and I'm not successful at it? And let me tell you, I have been there. My previous business, my previous life, I really cared about solving loneliness and using technology to do it. And I was like all in, and my heart broke when I had to close that business because of my third burnout. I needed a time coach, by the way. I think they like literally didn't exist then. And I think about like you guys could be helping that past version of Vicky so that she can continue to be solving for loneliness, which I think is more and more of a problem in our world. So what if I'm scared to fail? Of course you're scared to fail. You should be scared to fail. Not because failing is deadly, like part of your brain thinks it is, but because your brain is wired to avoid failure because it thinks it's deadly. So having fear of failure shows that you're an evolved human. I was chatting with someone recently, and they're like, I just want to be fearless. I was like, I don't want to be fearless. That is such a big ask of my brain. Firstly, fear stops me from walking into the road when there's traffic coming. I want fear. But what I want to be able to do is do things when there is fear. So if you want to do things and to become the person that gets things done even when there is fear, then you want to become a time coach, even if you're scared to fail, right? Even if, so that you, when by the way, you're coaching your clients and they're scared to fail, you're not saying like, oh, it's okay. You understand deeply, personally, what it is like to be afraid to fail and to do something anyway. You are in integrity. You are walking the talk. You are a true leader. This is what it takes, let me tell you. And you've got the support to do it. You've got the tools to do it. And you've got the skill set to do it. That is what we're talking about here. Being scared to fail, not a problem. Scared to fail all the time. Letting that fear of failure stop you, requiring yourself to eliminate that fear before you do anything. Now that is expensive. So that's it from me and the major questions that we've got. The link to find out more is in the show notes. You can always message me on Instagram at Vikki Yaffe or email the team at timehackers.xyz. Go to timehackers.xyz/BATHC. Read about our certification. Spaces are being filled up. We start this November. We cover different time zones. We always have an international client base in this, and we love that. And I can't wait to be certifying some of you and changing your lives for your lives, right? Change your life, change other people's lives, get paid well to do it. It is, I think we spoke about this last time, the perfect career. And I can't wait to welcome you and just really thank you for saying yes to this opportunity, to your desire, even if it's 1% belief, because you know that you are worth it, your life is worth it, and the people, the generational shifts that are going to come and the lives that you will never touch that will forever be changed because you were brave enough to say yes, even when there was a fear of failure, is so worth it. Thanks, everyone. Bye.